Do you want to be in the know? The Aaron Roscoe Techno Show, yeah!
Hello and welcome to episode 1.1 of the Aaron and Roscoe Techno Show for all your technology needs and wants. Today, in this edition, we are going to be talking about something new Google has added on October the 16th to their search feature. It's actually called election-related features that they've added to the Google search bars. So a pretty neat feature they've added because, as you know, it's that time of year for elections. So one of the top searches on Google is how to vote. So since they've seen this increase of people searching for how to vote, they have added an election-related feature section to Google. So if you will launch your Google search app, or if you will go to your Safari or your web browser of choice and go to google.com, either way, you're going to their site to be able to search, just like you would normally search for websites. So if you type in early voting locations into the search and allow it to lay your location, it is going to pull up early voting locations that's near you. If it does not hit your location, you can type the address in if you don't want to allow it and hit search. It'll show you two different features. It'll show you election day and vote early. The vote early, obviously, is the early voting locations that's closest to me based off of the address of 100 Country Run Circle. And it'll show you in order which one's closest. It'll show you the hours, the directions, a cool little feature that Google added to help people locate the closest area to them or around them of where to cast their early votes at. It'll show them nearest. The nearest one will be the top search, and then you can actually expand it for even more. So if you're going to be in a different area of town, you can look and see other early voting locations. Gives you the time when they're open, when the polls are open, and you can also click directions to give you Google Map directions. So this is a great feature. You have no excuse to not vote or to know where to vote at. Google is helping us try to find these locations to vote. If it's after your early voting days, then you can hit election day and it'll show you which, depending on where you're registered to vote at and depending on what address you search, what area that you are, that is your your primary voting area. So pretty cool feature. So all you have to do is go to Google and search early voting locations, then type in your address or allow them to use your location, and it'll show you areas around you or areas around the address you search of where to vote at. You can also search ballot drop boxes near me. If you are in an area where you're doing mail-in ballots, it'll show you ballot drop boxes. So another cool feature for Google. And if you are more of a voice, talk to my phone with Hey Google features, if you just voice search Hey Google, where do I vote? It will pop up, same thing. It'll pop up voting locations around you with early voting locations for you to search. So, pretty cool feature. Google actually partnered with a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization through Democracy Works and the Voting Information Project to add this feature to the Google search. This also works in Google Maps. If you go to Google Maps and search the same thing for early voting locations, it'll show you locations around you of where to vote. So, no excuse, guys. Exercise your right to vote 2020. It's a great thing. We hope that this is something that you didn't know about, something that that will help you find your locations around you to vote at, and you get out there and exercise your right to vote.